This is News 3 Now at 5.
And thanks for staying with us. Wisconsin's role in the general election may just have been extended. Today, a federal judge ruled absentee ballots can be counted up to 6 days after Election Day.
But they do need to be postmarked by Tuesday, November 3rd, Election Day, to count. That ruling means that we likely will not know who wins the state of Wisconsin for days unless the ruling is overturned. Under current law, an absentee ballot must be in by 8 p.m. on Election Day. Democrats and their allies had sued to extend the deadline. Many people aren't waiting for that, though.
Clerks are already reporting they're getting absentee ballots back. Amy Reed live to show us one way you can securely return yours. Amy?
There are multiple ways you can get your ballot back to the clerk if you're voting this way. One of those is the drop box. We've shown you this method before, as some cities have gotten the more high-tech option through grants. The Wisconsin Elections Commission has guidance for clerks to make sure no matter the town, village, or city, you know this is secure. They should be under surveillance with minimal access and emptied multiple times per day.
Clerks take it very seriously. We have a lot of processes in place that we have to follow. And we do our very, very best, and we make sure every ballot counts.
These drop boxes are typically accessible all hours of the day. If you still don't feel comfortable with that, you can always take your ballot straight into the clerk's office or mail it back. A lot of people may use that latter option, though, so make sure that you fill yours out and get it back to the clerk as soon as you can.
All right, Amy, thank you. Ahead of the election, Democratic nominee for President Joe Biden visiting Wisconsin for the second time in a couple weeks, sharing his plan on how to invest in American workers and manufacturing with union members. This was in Manitowoc County today. Manitowoc County went to President Obama in 2012, but swung 28 points in the other direction for Donald Trump in 2016. Today, the bulk of Biden's speech targeted the president's response to the pandemic as the death toll approaches 200,000.
We can't let that happen. We can't lose the ability to feel the sorrow and the loss and the anger for so many lives lost. We can't let the numbers become statistics, a background noise, just a blur that we see in the nightly news.
Now, Biden framed the race as his native Scranton against the president and Park Avenue and compared blue-collar Scranton to Manitowoc.
To weather now, a cool start to the work week, but we could see a warm-up for the first day of fall and later this week. Let's check your first warning forecast now with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Well, it's a nice day out there. We had plenty of sunshine, but we had that hazy smoke overhead. You can see that on the live view from the Edgewater Skycam, that hazy milky white smoke from the western wildfires, again, moving overhead across the Midwest. But other than that, things are pretty quiet around here. You can see on visible cloud track, just a few clouds to our north and to our west. Actually, are a couple of showers and thunderstorms up in northwestern Wisconsin, but other than that, things are pretty dry across much of the Midwest. Temperatures very comfortable. 72 right now in Madison, 73 in Janesville. Most of southern Wisconsin seeing temperatures in the lower 70s. And by tomorrow morning, we'll drop into the middle 50s with skies clear to partly cloudy overnight. Tomorrow should be a sunny, hazy, and very mild day for the first day of fall. We officially start at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's high temperature at 77. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes mild weather for the rest of this week. Things won't be quite the same for next week, though. I'll have more details in the forecast in a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. There are some people around Madison who have not seen a dime of unemployment money in months. Numbers the DWD released just this afternoon show more than 700,000 claims still have not been finalized.
Issues like those led to Secretary Caleb Frostman's resignation Friday, but that isn't convincing people we spoke with today that everything will be fixed. Gabriella Becerra joins us live with more from downtown Madison. Gabby?
Susan and Eric, the women I spoke with told me leadership changes at the DWD is a step in the right direction, but it's not what they're really looking for. They want answers.
April 4th, that's the day Hannah Naramore first filed an unemployment claim, and 170 days later, she's still waiting.
A lot of us have been waiting over 20 weeks, and that's a very long time to have to depend on whatever savings people were able to have, or relying on family or friends to help us.
She says the people assigned to her case haven't even contacted her.
There's really no communication from them at all.
That lack of communication is also Deidre Buckingham's biggest frustration with how Wisconsin is handling unemployment claims.
And you wait and you wait and you wait. So I've waited since the end of April to hear anything.
Until this afternoon, no one has been able to tell her why her claims are still processing.
It's the first time in 5 months anyone has given me any answers. And I got lucky. And I said to him, how do I get you again? Because you seem to know what's going on. And he's like, it's luck of the draw.
A lack of answers is a reason Governor Evers cited in calling for Caleb Frostman's resignation. We reached out to Frostman and current DWD staff, but were referred to the governor's office. Buckingham says a change in leadership is promising, but she worries there's a lot more that needs to be fixed.
If it's going to take time, then I get that, but you have to give people information. You can't just say wait, because people can't pay their bills on waiting.
Nara Moore says she's concerned Secretary Caleb Frostman's resignation will only make things worse.
We're out here and we're real people, and we're not just a case number.
Governor Evers' office did not respond to my multiple requests for comment. We also reached out to Caleb Frostman and haven't heard back.
All right, Gabby, thank you. Wisconsin health officials have now recorded more than 1,300 new cases of COVID-19 throughout the state today. An additional 1,335 cases have brought Wisconsin's lifetime total to 102,587 as of this afternoon. That's according to state and county health officials. Of those cases, 14.1% remain active. The State Department of Health Services said 6,796 people were tested in the past 24 hours. While still high, the positive percentage of new tests dropped to 18.7%. The 7-day average positivity rate now at 16.4%. UW-Madison recorded an additional 56 cases. 805 students were tested, almost 6%. 46 tested positive on campus. The other 10 were tested off campus. Now, since August 23rd, 2,733 students and staff have tested positive for COVID-19. We expect to hit 200,000 deaths nationwide due to the coronavirus in the next day or so. It took 7 months to reach that number, which is more than triple the usual number of deaths each year from the flu. Now, to put it in perspective, about 5% of the world's population lives in the United States, but 21% of all COVID deaths are here. By comparison, India has nearly 4 times as many people, but fewer than half the deaths.
Europe is seeing a big spike in cases. The United Kingdom raised its alert level to 4, which is the second highest mark. More than 500 people died from COVID-19 last week, while France added new masking rules. Europe as a whole has recorded 300,000 new COVID patients in the past 7 days. Can coronavirus spread by breathing particles in the air? Well, Friday, the CDC said yes, but then abruptly reversed that new guidance. Today, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention removed language about airborne transmission from its website. A spokesman says what was posted was just, quote, a draft version of proposed changes and should not have been made public. Several studies have shown that coronavirus can spread through small particles in the air. Since the change, the CDC page says it's thought to spread mainly between people in close contact, about 6 feet, and, quote, through respiratory droplets produced when an infected person coughs, sneezes, or talks.
Doctors want you to get your flu shot, but there is a question about the timing of that vaccine.
A few pharmacies that we spoke to tell us it's better to do it now, despite some saying as early as August. Margarita Vinogradov learned today that it's less about the supply and more about how effective the shot will be.
So we definitely identify that receiving the influenza vaccine this season is a public health priority.
Getting one may be a little easier for UW Health patients. They can head to a drive-through clinic. But one high-risk group may not be able to get theirs right away.
We're almost out of it before we get our next shipment.
Local pharmacist Matthew Mabey said it's been tough to keep up with the demand for high-dose vaccines for older adults.
Yeah, we have it, we don't have it, we may have it. Just check with us before you come in.
Most pharmacists order their vaccines in February, but larger chains tend to receive theirs faster. The CDC does not recommend getting a flu shot too early because it can wear off, especially for older adults.
What we see on an annual basis, irregardless of COVID, is that our competitor pharmacies, the big chains of the nation, they seem to receive vaccine in August. And what's interesting is they push that vaccine to be given, even though the CDC is recommending that you wait until mid-September or even October to get the vaccine.
Still, they agreed that the flu shot is very important this year to reduce the possibility of having COVID and the flu at the same time.
The flu shot is most effective when more people receive it, so we encourage people to get the vaccine. And we have some people who are reluctant to get the vaccine, and I would encourage them to get get a shot, a flu shot, for all the individuals they know that can't get the flu shot. So people who are immunocompromised, young children who can't get it, people like that.
In Madison, Margarita Vinogradov, News 3 Now.
And those smaller pharmacies tell us that they aren't doing walk-ins, but several actually go to customers' homes to give the vaccines.
The pandemic has caused a lot of pain for a lot of people, but a Madison man is hoping to use his story of pain and turn it into strength and inspiration for others. Derek Allen lost his job due to the pandemic and also tested positive for COVID not long after. With an underlying health issue, Allen said hearing his positive result made him angry and fearful at first.
I remember going down in my basement and screaming because I didn't know what to do or what to say. I was upset and afraid and fear and afraid of dying.
Now, losing his job and testing positive for COVID are just two of the many troubles he's gone through in the past year. And coming up tonight at 6, Jamie Perez shares his inspiring message through it all.
The body of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg will lie in repose at the Supreme Court this week. Ginsburg's casket will be on public view Wednesday and Thursday under the portico at the top of the iconic steps in front of the building. A private ceremony will take place at the court on Wednesday morning. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi announced that Justice Ginsburg will lie in state inside the Capitol Statuary Hall on Friday. Ginsburg will be buried next week at Arlington National Cemetery in a private service. She died Friday at the age of 87. President Trump is moving to get a Senate vote on his next Supreme Court pick before the November 3rd election, setting off a showdown both on Capitol Hill and in the presidential race. He has vowed to name a replacement for Justice Ginsburg by the end of the week. CBS News has learned 2 of the top contenders are currently U.S. Court of Appeals judges.
I would say on Friday or Saturday I'll be announcing the pick. 5 women are being looked at and vetted very carefully.
There's only one way for us to have some hope of coming together again, and that is for 4 brave Senate Republicans to commit to rejecting any nominee until the next president is installed.
So far, at least 2 Republican senators, Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski, have come out against voting on a nominee with just 6 weeks left to Election Day.
More to come on News 3 Now at 5. Up next, the latest on the townhouse fire in Sun Prairie, what the fire chief is saying about it. And coming up tonight at 6, a warning from officials to drivers as fall harvesting begins. That story tonight at 6. And on Wall Street, the Dow takes a 510-point dive today. The NASDAQ not as bad, off just 14.5. The S&P drops more than 38. We'll be right back.
Our current president has failed. He's failed to protect us. He's failed to protect America. As president, I'll make you a promise. I'll protect America without exception every time. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Get up and get going. It's time to get your Fusion with the limited time offer. And well, let's just say more. Like Copilot 360, Bliss, lane keeping system, pre-collision assist, adaptive cruise control, Wi-Fi hotspot, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Whew, that's a lot. What are you waiting for? Get to your Ford dealer today. Right now, get Fusion with 0% financing for 66 months plus $3,000 cash back. Or lease one for just $199 a month. Hurry in.
Celebrate and save during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's 65th anniversary sale going on now. To commemorate 65 years, we're offering incredible anniversary savings throughout the store. Like 25% off all Carhartt pans. Get $65 instant savings on this DeWalt brushless blower. And save $5 on Energizer AA or AAA batteries. Don't miss incredible 65th anniversary savings. Plus, buy online and pick up your items in our convenient drive-thru.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Motorcycle riders love the open road, and Geico loves helping riders get to where they're going. So to help even more, Geico is giving new and current customers a 15% credit on their motorcycle policies with the Geico Give Back. And because we're committed for the long haul, the credit lasts your full policy term. The Geico Give Back. helping riders focus on the road ahead.
We're back.
We got Untitled food.
Oh, good. What a treat after a long week and no cleanup.
When you can't dine in, then get it to go and support our restaurants during Madison Magazine's Restaurant Week to Go. 2 weeks of fabulous to-go menus you'll love. Visit madisonmagazine.com for details and menus. Restaurant Week to Go, sponsored by the Wisconsin Beef Council.
I guess there is still cleanup to do.
We can't deal with an economic crisis until you beat the pandemic. You can't have an economic comeback when almost 1,000 Americans die each day from COVID. Mr. President, do your job. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Tuesday morning, we'll tell you how you can help those dealing with record-breaking hurricane and wildfire seasons.
And if you're headed to the grocery store this week, Consumer Reports has a list of produce you should buy organic to protect from pesticides. We'll see you Tuesday.
Road closures, slick conditions, poor visibility. Don't let traffic delays mess with your commute. Watch News 3 Now for an accurate first warn traffic report so you know what to expect before you head out the door. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The cause of a fire in Sun Prairie is under investigation. It happened this morning about 8:10. This was at a condo complex in the 600 block of Village Lane. Crews say 4 condos were affected by this fire. 5 people evacuated. Firefighters rescued 4 cats. Chief Chris Garrison says thanks to new equipment, firefighters were able to respond quickly.
We just got a brand new vehicle. It's our squad truck, and it's a 4-wheel drive truck, so it literally went right to the backyard and pulled off a quick line to knock off the initial part of fire.
Investigators are still determining how much damage the fire caused to those condos.
In California, the Bobcat fire has now burned more than 105,000 acres in Los Angeles County. The fire continues to threaten Antelope Valley, where it has burned several homes and forced thousands of people to flee. It's just 15% contained. More than 1,700 firefighters, with the help of water-dropping helicopters and fire-retardant dropping air tankers, are working to raise that percentage.
Air attack is huge for us. When you've got terrain that is this steep and so difficult to get to, nearly impossible in some areas just because it's just too dangerous to have our firefighters go across that steep of a terrain, air attack is the key and it's the answer. And so that air attack will continue on day and night until this fire's out.
The Bobcat fire broke out September 6th and is now one of the biggest fires in LA County history. The fire's cause is still under investigation.
Halloween will be a little more spooky than usual this year. The sky will be lit by a blue moon, the second full moon that month. And this will also be the first blue moon in the U.S. since March 2018. Now, despite its name, a blue moon is not necessarily blue. The phrase once in a blue moon usually means a rare occurrence that can either be lucky or unlucky.
Well, that's a little ways down the road, Gary, but we'll be wondering if it'll be clear enough to see that on Halloween. And for us, tomorrow is the first day of fall.
It is. Officially starts at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow morning, but things right now still look like summer, especially in the tropics. We have Tropical Storm Beta near the Gulf Coast. We have powerful Hurricane Teddy, which is actually starting to merge with another weather system. Will head up into the eastern provinces of Canada. And what was once Hurricane Paulette has kind of drifted to the south and may start to regenerate back into some kind of a tropical weather system down the line. But closer to home, tropical storm warnings are in effect for much of the upper Texas and Louisiana Gulf Coast for Beta. And then there's also a storm surge warning that's in effect for much of the Texas coast as well for storm surges of 2 to 4 feet above normal high tide. Tropical Storm Beta right now moving to the northwest at 5 miles per hour. Maximum sustained winds 45 miles per hour. But again, the wind is not the main problem here. It's just the slow movement of the storm that could continue to bring heavy rain along the Texas Gulf Coast and then eventually into Louisiana as the system just kind of moves to the northeast and then eventually dissipates as we head toward Friday afternoon. Now, 3 things you need to know in our forecast. We've got that hazy wildfire smoke overhead, and that'll continue for at least a couple more days. Above normal temperatures will continue for the rest of this week with high temperatures in the 70s, and it'll be dry through Saturday morning. Now, there are some shower and thunderstorm chances beginning late Saturday afternoon into Sunday, and then cooler weather is expected for next week. As I mentioned, 8:30 tomorrow morning, that's the fall equinox. That's right when the rays of the sun are directly overhead of the equator. Generally, we have about 12 hours of sunlight and 12 hours of darkness across the entire planet. But kind of interesting, if you look at the live view from the Edgewater sky cam, you can see the hazy smoke there. But if we look at the almanac for today, high 73, low 48, so very close to the average temperatures. Look at the sunrise and sunset. It's a little more than 12 hours. And the reason for that is when we consider the sunrise and sunset, it's when the sun first breaks above the horizon. Well, because at that point, you're looking through the atmosphere on an angle, the sun is actually a little bit below the horizon when you actually see it peak above the horizon. It's just the rays of the sun being bent by the atmosphere itself. So Dr. Ed Hopkins always points that out from the University of Wisconsin, that the day of 12 hours of sunlight and darkness is usually not right on the first day of fall or spring. It's a little bit before that in spring and a little bit after that in fall. Weather track shows generally quiet weather across the country outside of Beta in the southern part of the United States. There have been a couple of showers and thunderstorms up in northern Wisconsin, but other than that, the weather's still pretty dry with high pressure pretty much in control of the weather through much of the Midwest right now. Temperatures in the 60s up near Lake Superior, but generally 70s and 80s elsewhere, and this will be the case for the next few days. So for tomorrow, look for the first day of fall to be pretty much like the last day of summer. 77 for the high temperature, mostly sunny skies, and that hazy wildfire smoke overhead. 7 to 10 day forecast, temperatures well into the 70s, maybe close to 80 for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. In the mid 70s on Saturday, shower or thunderstorm chance late Saturday afternoon, chance of showers and thunderstorms Sunday. And then notice how we turn cooler. Windy on Tuesday with highs only in the upper 50s, chances for showers Monday and Tuesday, possibly Wednesday as well. As we take a look at first warn traffic, a quiet day out on the roads. Not seeing any problems right now in the Beltline. No red showing up there, so that's an indication traffic moving pretty much at the posted speed limit, as well as I-39, 90, 94 to the east side of Madison. Right now, about a 14 to 15-minute trip either way on the Beltline between University Avenue and the interstate. Heading out of Madison, it'll take you 26 minutes down to Janesville from the Beltline southward on I-39, 90. 16 minutes to Sauk City on US 12 from Middleton, and from downtown to Sun Prairie, it'll also be a 16-minute commute. That's your News 3 Now first warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. Ahead on News 3 Now at 5, Apple is getting into the working out from home business. We'll tell you how ahead at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of PowerSwabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to PowerSwabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. PowerSwabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stained caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, PowerSwabs can target that area using swab precision.
I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
If you have yellowing between your teeth, if you have coffee or tea stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And in each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour, and start using the PowerSwabs 5-minute solution. Just snap, swab, and smile.
After just 7 days, the results were awesome. PowerSwabs was easy to use every day, and each day I could see it better and better, and from beginning to end, it's definitely whiter. They look clean, they feel clean. And people have made comments about it, which is nice.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. Order PowerSwabs and receive up to 40% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, by ordering in response to this advertisement, get a free PowerSwabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 40% on your purchase and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
I was sworn into the United States Senate in a hospital. My wife and daughter had been killed in an automobile crash. And lying in the bed were my 2 little boys. I I couldn't have imagined what it would have been like if I didn't have insurance that covered them immediately and fully. 40 years later, one of those little boys, my son Bo, was diagnosed with terminal cancer, given months to live. I can't fathom what would have happened if the insurance companies had the power to say, last few months, you're on your own. The fact of the matter is, healthcare is personal to me. Obamacare is personal to me. When I see the President of the United States try to eliminate this healthcare in the middle of a public health crisis, that's personal to me too. We got to build on what we did because every American deserves affordable health care. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. Apple is hoping to compete for your money with at-home workouts, launching a new service that brings the gym to your wrist for a price.
It's a new service powered by the Apple Watch. The watch's sensors already track heart rate, calories burned, pace, and distance. Apple says it sends those metrics in real time to the screen that you're viewing to work out, putting all the data on your wrist and your device. And when the workout is over, you get a summary.
With Fitness Plus, you simply choose the workout you want to do from the catalog of videos on your iPhone, iPad, or Apple TV. And when you start the video, it automatically starts the correct workout in your Apple Watch workout app.
It'll cost you $9.99 per month. Apple says you can share it with your family at no additional charge. The company is hoping to compete against at-home fitness companies like Peloton, which announced its first ever quarterly profit, bolstered by a 172% surge in sales and more than 1 million people subscribing to its streaming classes.
Stay with us. We'll have a final check of your first warn forecast in just a moment.
Joe Biden tried to cut Social Security and Medicare for decades.
When I argued that we should freeze federal spending, I meant Social Security as well. I meant Medicare and Medicaid. I tried it twice, I tried it a third time, and I tried it a fourth time.
Now Biden's promising your benefits to illegal immigrants. President Trump is protecting Social Security and Medicare, lowering costs, expanding access, keeping his word.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Lately, we've come to appreciate what home has to offer. Right now at Feldco, buy one window and you'll get one free, plus no interest for 1 year. That'll help keep your home and your family warm, safe, and comfortable all year long. That's something we've been providing for almost 50 years. Let Feldco get you ready for colder weather. Buy one window, get one free now.
Final days. Hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
You've heard that an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but you still need to see your dentist because getting good dental care is important to your overall health. You know dental bills can take a big bite out of your budget, especially if you're retired or on Medicare. Even a simple cleaning can cost $200. And other procedures like crowns and root canals can cost hundreds, even thousands more. But affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company can help. Give us a call or go online for this free information kit with all the details. This isn't just a discount plan or for checkups only. This is real dental insurance that can help pay for over 350 covered procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, even dentures. There are no deductibles, no annual maximum, and you can see any dentist you like. So don't wait. Call or go to sendinfokit.com to get your free information kit. Call now.
We made USAA insurance for this season. When being a fan on a budget gets tough, our agents do the legwork so saving on auto insurance is easy. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
USAA. At iMart Express, we've enhanced our safety and cleaning standards so that you can shop safely and save. Get 2 pairs of glasses for under $40 and 2 pairs of progressives for under $80. Shop safely and save at iMart Express.
Right glasses.
Right price.
Right now.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
One word? Anxious. Anxious. Because we see what this president is currently doing. We've got 170,000 Americans dead because of COVID. There's this lack of trust.
This country is starving for good leadership right now.
Big thing that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris can do is just rebuild trust.
I'm not going to agree with everything that anyone says. My wife will tell you that from the beginning. But who do I trust my children's future to? I trust Joe Biden more than anyone else.
And Gary has a final check.
Well, we've got that hazy sunshine out there thanks to the wildfire smoke. You can see that on the Platteville Queen Bee Radio Skycam. Temperatures right now, lower 70s through all of southern Wisconsin. Look for a low temperature tonight around the middle 50s. Highs tomorrow, upper 70s, plenty of sunshine. Upper 70s for Wednesday, mid 70s for Thursday, upper 70s for Friday, and mid 70s for Saturday. Then next week, we turn cooler with some shower chances in there. Highs by Tuesday and Wednesday only in the upper 50s.
All right, Gary, thank you. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell.